All right, what do we have this time? So, draw. Seer can draw. It's a cantrip on its own, but then it reveals 3 cards from the top of your deck, and if any of those cost from 2 to 4, it draws all of those. So at minimum, it net draws 0. If it finds 3 cards, it draws up to 3 total cards, or 3 net cards. But it potentially is draw, and there's a lot of 3 and 4 cost, or 2 to 4 cost action cards here that we could potentially draw with it. Could also draw with Wild Hunt. Could also draw with Shepherd by discarding a state for draw. And then Research is kind of like delayed draw. Action. Hostelry's plus action. Trashing. Research can trash. That's it. And then gains. Inventor can gain stuff. Candlestick Maker is also plus buy. So where's this going? Well, we have good draw, action, trashing, and buy. It looks like we're going to be building towards an Inventor Megaturn where we reduce the cost of stuff a bunch and they gain a bunch of provinces and maybe buy a few with Candlestick Makers. That will be a little bit awkward though, because the more you reduce the cost of stuff, the worse Seer is at drawing. So I think probably want some Seers, Inventors, and Hostelries. Wild Hunt's potentially a source of points, but I don't think it's super important here. I think I'm going to start with Inventor. Now this could be Inventor Research to start trashing. This could be Inventor Citygate, just to give me some more reliability. Citygate lets you, basically, you draw 5 cards naturally. Then Citygate says draw the 6th card and then put 1 back. And so just in case your draw card is like 1 card out of the way at the top of your deck, Citygate can resolve that, because you'll get to put that 6th card in your hand and put like a junk card back and draw. Now there is a question whether we want to trash estates here. I'm not sure, because Shepherd's around and Shepherd can turn estates into draw by discarding them for draw. But also he has such an explosive deck with these Inventors that are going to gain lots of provinces potentially, that if that's not ideal, maybe we could just trash the estates anyway and outscore it long term. I'm actually kind of inclined to potentially even take a second Inventor. I'm going to do that. I'll play risky. Uh-oh. Well, my thought was if I get an Inventor and a hand of coppers, I can gain a Hostelry and then discard all those coppers for a bunch of draw, a bunch of short-term draw. Because when you discard coppers with Hostelry's effect, you'll get horses, which can be draw. Unfortunately, I see neither of my Inventors in my starting hand, on my turn 3 hand, which means either I see them both next turn, I can't play them both, or one of them missed the shuffle. Now, I can mitigate that slightly with Citygate. I bought that, so if I found both Inventors, I could just put 1 back on the top of my deck. As it turns out, I didn't need to do that, but better safe than sorry. So now I think I'm just going to do the Hostelry thing. What did he buy? He bought Shepherd turn 2. That makes sense to me. I haven't talked about Way of the Horse, but the way this works is any action card can be played like a horse, which means you get a laboratory effect from it, which is great, but then it goes straight back to its pile, which means you lose the card again. So it's not like you want to regularly be playing things the way of the horse, you'll lose them all. But definitely something you can consider doing in a pinch. Is it important for me to keep this copper around? Actually, it doesn't matter what I do, because whatever I put on the top, I'll draw with my Hostelry anyway. So now, I'll reduce the cost of everything by 2, which means I could potentially buy a 3-cost card with this copper. I could buy a Candlestick Maker. I need to add some draw and some trashing, I think. So I'll add maybe Research to trash coppers and Seer for draw, or I could add just Shepherd and Seer for a lot of draw. I want to get started trashing coppers, I think. Take the Seer, and I'll buy a Candlestick Maker. Candlestick Maker is not much now. It's kind of like a copper that gives plus buy. But it will eventually be very good once everything starts costing 0 because we got a bunch of Inventors in play. Then plus buy basically means plus buy whatever card you want. Many people spectating. Alright, what's he done? So he's got 1 more Candlestick Maker than I have. He's also got a Shepherd that I don't. But he doesn't have a Seer, he doesn't have a Research, he doesn't have a second Inventor yet. So I think I'm alright. I'd love to trigger this shuffle. Perfect. All right. So, should I trash these estates? Do I want to go into Shepherd? Do I want to just trash the coppers and not go into Shepherd? I think I'd rather just trash the coppers, honestly, and keep that around. The points aren't nothing. And also, estates and shepherds can both be drawn as seer. And so that seems good enough to me, I think, is just drawing the estates and shepherds via the seer effect. Makes it less of a it's less of a concern to trash the estates than it is the coppers, because the coppers will get in the way of seer, whereas the estates will get drawn by seer. I actually think I'm going to undo this and just buy a hostelry and discard the last two for horses. Seer is definitely a better card long term than hostelry, but I think if I have two inventors and two hostelries, if I can draw my deck, then what I can do is play inventor to gain inventor, play hostelry to draw that up, then get a third inventor play. Not sure that's super viable immediately, but I kind of like having extra action, so I can do that. So he's now drawing his deck, which means he'll probably be drawing his deck every turn for the rest of this game now. Because he can just discard all his coppers to get more horses. That's potentially troublesome. Maybe Shepherd was the better play. I mean, he didn't do a whole lot for him the first turn. But he did get to discard 3 estates here, which is quite nice. Did he send a Candlestick Maker back at some point? He did. I knew he had... so that's what he did. He got a big draw because he sent those Candlestick Makers back. That makes sense to me. To set off a big turn. Maybe I should consider doing that. What if I got down here? 4 more or 3 coppers and a shelters, and another hostelry, and what's the last card? I trashed a copper, right? N. So I've got 1 hostelry down there, 3 coppers, 1 what do you call it? Pasture. That's the word. Did I ever get a shepherd? Nope, that's just him. What the heck is that last card? Not a Candlestick Maker. Inventor? NJJN. It's not an inventor. What the heck is that card? Oh, it's gotta be a horse. That's the only explanation. It has to be a horse. So I think I want to draw on. Maybe I'll just send this back. Alright. Alright, so now I think I'm in a good spot as well. I could take a shepherd now. I think makes sense for me. And some Candlestick Makers for plus buy. Well, this is not an ideal hand. This is not an ideal hand by any stretch. Do I send the hostelry back? I really need the villages, don't I? So if I play the hostelry once, I've got like 1 shot at hitting a good draw card that can set my turn off. If I play the hostelry as a horse, that odds goes up to 2, because I'll draw 2 cards instead of 1. But then I lose my hostelry. And, villages are not necessarily abundant here. Tough call. Yeah, this is real unfortunate. I mean, how many horses do I have in my deck? 5 horses? Getting a full turn behind is just going to cost so much. I think I have to take the gamble and do it. Yeah, this is bad. He's got 4 inventors now to my 2, even though I open with 2. Boy. He's got 4 hostelries to my about to be 2. I think this is lost. You know what? I can't even afford. I don't think I can afford to play this hostelry as a horse, because if I do that, I'm just behind on all the key splits. I think I have to take the very risky gamble and just play it normally and hope that somehow I draw. Well, I guess I'm sending back the candlestick maker. Alright, let's see if I can do a little gain and play here. I think I should just discard all that. Do I want to trigger this shuffle? I lose 1 horse, but then I get to top deck a bunch of horses. That's probably better for reliability. If I play the horse as a horse, literally nothing changes, because horse's text is like identical to this text. So playing the horse as a horse is, in fact, entirely equivalent. Now I've top decked actually a bunch of coppers, but I also top decked a bunch of horses, so I think I'm fine. There's a good chance he just 3 piles on me here. I think I have to take 1 more inventor. Do I have enough villages to support that? Yeah. I can support 5 inventor plays. Now he's got 5 inventors. He can gain the inventor at no cost. So he has 5 inventors. He can gain that inventor, play that to regain an inventor. So he'll have 6 gains from the buy plus 5 inventors. And then he has 3 candlestick makers, so that's 9 gains. Discount this because it doesn't cost a gain to get this, because he can gain it and regain it. There's only 7 cards here, so he'll probably win. I think his turn's going to go off and he'll take all 8 of these cards in like 2 provinces. And I can't take enough of a points lead to avoid that. So I think at this point I just have to pray that he duds somehow, and then try to figure out how to win if he duds. That probably requires that I have at least 1 more candlestick maker so that I can threaten to win. So maybe I just do like seer, candlestick maker, estate. I'm pretty sure if his turn fully goes off, he's already got enough to pile out anyway. So lowering the candlestick maker slightly doesn't seem like the issue. Yeah, it looks like there's roughly 100% chance he wins now. I just had to kind of hope that he drew a dud hand. And I think my deck could have then piled this out if he did. Alright, looks like he's got it. He still has a second shepherd in there, so he should be able to draw everything, I think. He's probably counting the buys right now, I would think, but he should have it. Unless, did he send, oh, he might have had to send some candlestick makers back. Oh, so maybe he doesn't have it. Yeah, maybe I have 1 more shot at this. Well, maybe not. He is drawing his deck. He's taken the inventor, which implies he's going for it. Maybe he's just going to score a bunch of points. Interesting. I don't think he has it. Maybe he does. Now he's just going to take some points. Okay. Alrighty, can I draw now? I think I might be able to win if I can draw. I need to find like a seer. That's good. Alright, top tick to copper. That's not as good. Draw a card. Uh-oh. So I guess I send back my candlestick maker. Shoot. There's my seer, or my shepherd. Alright. So can I win? I have 5 inventors, is that right? So gains and inventor. There's 12 total gained, I think, because he sent 2 back. So J, N, J, N, N, N. So that's 4-2 for him, 5-2 for him. Uh-oh. 5-4. Okay, so 5-5. I do have one more inventor down there. And I think I have another candlestick maker down there. Do I actually? It's hard to count with this way of the horse thing. How many did I have last turn? 2. I had 2 and bought 1. I have 2 here, but I just sent 1 back. So I don't have another candlestick maker down there. I have... who knows what down there? Another estate, an inventor. Hostelry maybe? I don't know. Let's count the gains. I need to get province duchy to win. Is that right? No, I need double province to win. Province duchy loses. So I would have to do double province and 7 gains. Or I could do 8 total gains with hostelry and 7 estates. That would win because those estates are worth 2 each with pasture around. So can I do 8 gains? Or actually, province and 7 gains is just clearly double province 7 gains is worse because that's just 9 gains. So hostelry 7 estates is the goal. I have 5 gains with the inventors, 2 with candlestick makers. Yeah, this is just a win, right? Let me just double check. 5 gains, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8 piles. That should work, right? I have enough actions for it? Yeah, all right, I'm good. Nice. I did not think I was going to win this one. It was looking bad for quite a while there. Maybe he did it a little bit last turn. I did see he had to play some stuff his way of the horse. Not totally sure. The hostelry interaction here was really strong. This is a very good kingdom to demonstrate the potential strength of hostelry.